Hey guys, Teacher Amber here, and today we're going to talk about requirements to become a VIP Kid teacher and also the pay. So, in order to be hired on as a teacher, the requirements are you need to have a bachelor's degree or higher, you need to have eligibility to work in the United States or in Canada, and you need to have at least 1 year's experience teaching. So, that can being a school teacher. That could be homeschooling your own kids, that could be tutoring, coaching, mentoring, or any other life experience that is considered teaching. A teaching credential is not required, it is preferred. If you don't have a teaching certificate, then you do have the opportunity to earn a VIP Kid TESOL certificate of completion. So I do have a master's degree, and I was a teacher in the classroom for 9 years. If you've seen my other video, you probably would have heard me say that already. Yeah. And so let's move on and talk about the pay. So I'm going to share my experience and how much I've made over the course of the last year that I have been at VIPKid. And of course, everybody's situation is different depending on how much you're willing to work or open slots or just a number of things. So feel free to, browse YouTube and listen to other teacher stories of what they're working, how they're making money with VIPKid. So here's one way for you to consider. So I started last June of 2018, and it took me about a month before I got my first booking. Which was very exciting. Some people get it their first day. Some people it takes a while, and but once it gets going, it gets going. So it's totally definitely worth it. It's allowed me to quit my brick and mortar job, so I'm definitely glad that I stuck with it and didn't get discouraged after those 30 days of opening my phone and be like, okay, has anybody booked yet? Has anybody booked yet? And so looking back, I'm glad that I didn't give up because of where I am at now. I'm like I said, able to be at home with my daughter. I'm able to have more time, less stress, less overwhelm. The preparation is way less work than it was being in an actual classroom, and I don't have all of the stress and overwhelm that comes with being a classroom teacher. And I get to come down into my classroom in my home and work from home. And if it's super early in the morning or late at night, I can have my pajama pants on and be comfortable. So totally worth it. I would say if it's something you're interested in, know that, and don't get discouraged, don't give up. All right, so that first month, June, I made $57. And then once I had a few bookings or people book me to teach their kids, then it started picking up. And so my second month, I made about $600. And that's what I was comfortable with. I had stepped out of the classroom for that year, and I went part time as a reading interventionist. I also was getting used to VIPKid and learning it and wanted to make sure that I was taking my time and feeling good. And for me, that worked. I was building up my stamina, and now I look back and I'm like, yeah, if I had started like this, I would have burnt myself out. But I've built up my stamina, and I'll share with you how much I'm teaching now, which is more. But I remember doing the demo and thinking, oh my gosh, how can I I was planning, if I got hired, that I would be teaching lots of hours Friday and Saturday nights. And then I did my demo and I was like, that was so exhausting. I don't know if I could do one or more than two in a row. So in the beginning, as I was learning it, it took some time and I was building up that stamina. But now that I've built it up, I'm definitely amazed at that. So I was making about $600 from uh, June until May. So once school was out and I was done with the reading intervention in May. So what that looks like is I was teaching about 15 classes a week. So about I was working about 7.5 hours a week. If you break it down, depending on how many days you work, it could be about 1 to 2 hours a day. In June, I ramped it up and I made my this past June 2019 made $1,000. So I was making 400 more. So that was I taught 100 classes, 25 classes a week, and I was working about 12 and a half hours a week, which was about 2 to 3 hours a day if you break it down. And so I'm very particular on the hours that I'm willing to work. As you probably know, China's about, depending where you live in the country, about 12 to 14 hours ahead of us. And I am not willing to start teaching before 5 a.m. or past 11:30, and that's very different than when I was first started. So I find the hours that and the days that work for me. I actually am working every single day. I have classes booked every single day right now, and it's working for me. They're Friday, Saturday, and Sundays are when I work about 4 to 5 hours in the evenings. And then during the week, I work a couple of days in the mornings from about 5 to 8. And then Monday through Thursday, about an hour or two in the evenings from about 8 to 10 because that's what works around my husband's work schedule and my schedule. So I'm able to do those times now because July and August are when students in China have summer vacation and they are more available during that evening time, which is their daytime. So that's what's working out well for me now. And so what I'm working on now is working towards becoming a somebody who does the interviews for VIPKid because once September hits, I want to increase the amount that I'm making, but I'm not willing to work overnight or work, like I said, before 5 a.m. or after 11:30. And I can't do that every day because my husband has some early morning classes he teaches as a fitness instructor, and then he also has evening classes. And for me, I certainly don't work. I am not willing to work till 11:30 one night and wake up at 5 the next morning. So my classes are staggered. If I'm teaching till 11:30, then I'm at that night. It's because I'm not teaching classes the next morning. That works for me. So listen to how other people do it. You know, if when you get hired on, try out different things. I know for me, I had to try out and do some trial and error and see what worked for me. So let's see what else. So another way that you can earn more money, or let me back up. I haven't shared this with you yet. So the base pay is about $7 to $9 per class. Each class is 25 minutes long. And so your base pay is determined during your demo. So things that are taken into consideration are your experience, education, and also how well you perform in your demo. And so most people end up at about the $8 range is what I've heard, and that's where I ended up as well. And then you get different incentives. So you get a dollar incentive for being on time and a dollar incentive for every class you've taught that month once you've hit 45 classes for that month. So I know that I'm guaranteed $10 a class or $20 an hour because I'm showing up on time and I'm always booking 45 classes a month. So once you do hit 45, then they go back and give you a dollar for all of the class, all those 45 that you've taught and the ones that you teach after that in that month's period. You can also earn an extra $2 per class for what is called short notice bookings. So parents can book you book your class up to 24 hours in advance. If you click a little button that says 20 short notice, they can book you up to an hour in advance. And if they book you and the class is goes as scheduled, then you earn an additional $2. So then if I did that, then I would be, could be making $24 an hour or $12 per class. And there are other incentives also where you can make additional money throughout the year when teachers are needed for especially those peak times, those very popular times. VIPKid will give out incentives, and if you are teaching a certain amount of those peak hours, then you will, if you reach that amount, then you will get a bonus. Okay. You can also teach workshops, do the interviews like I talked about that I'm working towards now, and those can pay anywhere from $24 to $28 an hour. And what will be my goal is for that to replace, like I said, the evenings once the kids go back to school, because then you're interviewing people in America, in the US and Canada, and can do that during the day or evening times. So that's what I'm working towards trading off so that I can keep up that $1,000 and actually increase the amount that I'm making right now. Let's see. And then another way that you can earn some money is by referring other teachers. So if there's a teacher who you refer and they apply, get hired on after they've taught their first successful class, so they were on time, they, did a good job with teaching the class, it was finished as scheduled, then you would receive $100 after, like I said, they taught their first successful class. So which really definitely can add up, and it is, like having your own business. So you're getting out there and talking to people. There are videos on YouTube of how to refer, and I will definitely be making some of those as well. If so, referrals are in a quarter or within 3 months. So within those 3 months, 3 referrals, you would get an additional $100 bonus. After 5 referrals, an additional $200 bonus. After 10 referrals, an additional $500 bonus. After 20 referrals, an additional $1,200 bonus. After 30 referrals, an additional $2,400 bonus. After 50 referrals, an additional $6,000. After 200 referrals, an additional $25,000. And after 400 referrals, an additional $30,000. So again, think about that. That's in a 3-month period, right? So totally doable, totally manageable. I just you just got to do the work. So that's what I'm shooting for. That's what I have just recently. Before I was only just teaching classes. I told you how I'm working towards becoming leading the demos or the interviews, and then that's something else that is new for me as well. Is I've started referring people, and I'm super excited about it, and I'm going for it. I'm going for the $30,000 in a 3-month period. I'm ready just to blow my mind with what I can do and the possibilities. So, if that's something that you're interested in, I will definitely share with you my journey and how it goes and what I try and what works and what doesn't work. And I'm super excited about it. So those are the different ways that you can make money with VIPKid. And so if you have any questions, feel free, please comment below. You can also send me an email at teacheramberqsv@gmail.com. That will be in the link below. If you know that you're ready to apply and you would like me to be your mentor, Again, that includes being able to be a part of my Facebook group, a community of other VIP Kid teachers, very positive, um, there to support each other, answer questions, help each other out, and as well as some practice for your demo one-on-one through a Zoom chat. Um, then I will post the link below where you can apply using my link so that I can be your mentor. And if you've already applied but you haven't attached a mentor or haven't chosen a mentor and would like me to help you out, my code will be there. And so you can just log into your account and add my code. I believe it's in the upper right hand corner. So if you do check that out and that's incorrect, then please let me know. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope you found this helpful. And again, let me know what questions you have about this or just any questions in general. And be sure to subscribe if you're finding this helpful so that you can keep following. I'm going to keep posting videos every week on different topics to help you guys out and help you learn about VIPKid and what an amazing company it is. So have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye.